the calorie scam. How many of you people have ever went on diets and part of your diet was watching your calories, man? Let me put a C in the chat. Let me see
Yeah,
my calorie
where
watching.
all you Weight Watcher niggas at?
Yeah, let me see that C in the chat. How many of y'all have ever tried
Hey,
to
yo, Tamario, it's time for you to come off mute, my man.
diet by watching your calories? Right? I ain't gonna tell. I know somebody. I ain't gonna say no names, but they got a scale that they be putting their food on to measure calories and shit. Any of y'all ever did
Hey,
that
you
shit?
better not be slandering the OG, man. I ain't gonna say her name neither, but watch your mouth if you
I'm
slandering the
just
OG.
saying. I know people
Nah,
who
nigga,
put
I
their food
know
on the
you.
scale
You're a little shady
measure
motherfucker.
to
You'll be
measure
talking about the
calories.
I
homie
already
right
know who
now.
it
You better
is.
not
You know
fuck
what
Yo,
around,
he be shooting them fucking subliminals like crazy,
nigga.
Nah,
bro.
Chop gave me the
Nah, not
clue.
really,
Chop gave us the clue.
I
It's an
know who it
older.
is because it's a TikTok scale.
Oh shit,
bruh.
on the
That's fucking
TikToks.
hilarious.
Hey, Linnell, I'm gonna give you the same rule you give
uh,
me. If the person's not in the room, you can't say it.
Again, I ain't saying nobody's name. I'm just saying, um, like I've seen people put their food on the scale and they're like, "Yeah, I'm measuring out the calories." I'm like, and so I was confused. And so for years, I didn't know what a calorie was. I hear people talking about it. I look at labels. I see um, how many calories are in, a bar or some candy or a package on some chicken. And then I'll see, even when you go to some restaurants, they'll have the number of calories that the meal has. They'll say, oh, it's 2,000 calories. Oh, it's 800 calories. Oh, it's this many calories. And then you hear people talk about empty calories and goddamn, oh, yeah, these are dense calories, right? So it's a whole thing. Let's see. What you say, Robin?
Negative calorie foods, etc.
What you say? I won $800 watching calories and exercising and diet and eating different. Good job. So I figured, you know what?
Cause that good job couldn't sound sincere. You're not happy for the homie? God
I
damn.
am. Cash App in the bio. What we talking about? So I'm
Hating
always happy
ass
when my people
niggas,
get money.
man.
I'm always happy when my people get money. Nigga, Cash App in the fucking bio. So I'm willing to bet that most people don't know what a calorie is. Like, you just know, hey, your food's got calories. You got to watch them. They're not good. You shouldn't be having so many. And so, because I love you people and I can't have y'all running around here uninformed, and I make it a point to make sure that people that come here, that the tinfoil family is more educated than the average bear, we're going to have a quick intro to what a calorie is and how calories came into the lexicon of the American people. Okay? So let's get into kind of the introductory, like where the fuck did calories even fucking come from?
When the calorie was originally invented, it was used as a measurement tool in physics and engineering and had nothing to do with nutritional science. Now, there's a little bit of controversy over who actually invented the calorie. Some references show two Frenchmen, P.A. Favre, maybe no relation to Brett Favre, and J.T. Silberman, who invented the calorie in 1852. That's where some people give the credit. Other texts state that it was a German physician, Julius Mayer, who effectively invented the calorie in a study he published in 1848, prior to the two Frenchmen. However, the earliest records of calorie talk go back to a French chemist named Nicolas Clement, with lecture notes from Clement defining the term as early as 1819. Now, again, when the calorie made its pivot into the realm of nutrition science, because no one was looking for it in reference to food, this was in large part due to the work of an American chemist named Wilbur Atwater. And this was around 1887. Wilbur? From there, making its way into our popular lexicon, this was thanks in large part to physician Lulu Hunt Peters, who published an early nutrition bestseller called Diet and Health with the Key to the Calories in 1918. This book was a smash hit, selling over 2 million copies. That is massive back at this time. And this triggered a huge change in society's beliefs about food. In it, Dr. Peters encouraged people to start thinking about food in terms of calories for the first time in popular text. Start thinking about food in terms of calories. She asserted in her book, quote, "Hereafter, you are going to eat calories of food. Instead of saying 1 slice of bread or a piece of pie, you will say 100 calories of bread or 350 calories of pie," unquote. The shift to food as numbers had begun. And even back then, there was no real distinction made between the quality of different foods. Under her system, a person of the same height as her could eat whatever she wanted as long as she maintained a strict diet of 1,200 calories a day.
So what you're seeing is the shift away from understanding health and nutrition to the dumbing down of food. And so it was kind of in this was kind of the area where they started industrializing food. They started demonizing naturopath and homeopathic medicine, and they started taking people's understanding of nutrition away. And so she was trying to get people to replace naming food with just numbers. Yeah, just call it. Doesn't matter what it is. It just represents these amount of calories. Okay, that's the essence of dumbing down the population. Get me? And so remember, so he said it. The term calorie was out of physics. Calorie is out of physics. It's not even in health. They inserted that shit into health.
How did they use it in physics? Do you know?
So yeah, we're gonna get into
Okay.
that. We're gonna talk about exactly what a calorie is. Okay? And how we talk about it. We talk about calories like it's a thing.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I read the definition, the simplified nigga version of it, and I'm pissed. No bullshit. Go ahead.
Yo. All right. So yeah, let's get it. We'll get into it right now. All right. Just so we can talk about why Chop is pissed.
So now we have this commonly accepted unit for measuring energy in food. It's called the calorie. But have you ever stopped to actually think about how accurate it really is? How accurate are those food labels telling you how many calories are in their food? Now, in scientific terms, a calorie is a unit of energy, just like a meter is a unit of distance. 1 calorie is the amount of energy you need to heat 1 gram of water up 1 degree Celsius. And to measure the amount of calories in food, manufacturers use something called a bomb calorimeter. And this process involves placing the food source in a sealed container and then placing that into another container that's filled with water. They would then burn the food with electrical energy until it completely incinerates. And afterward, they'd measure the water temperature to see how many degrees it was raised and thus how many calories were supplied to do it.
So there you go.
The dumbest.
Yeah, that's not how food is processed in your body, though, right?
Is not at all. That's why this shit is dumb as fuck. That's why when you look at food labels, everything on there is ass. All right. So a calorie is a unit of heat measurement. It's the amount of energy it takes to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree.
You forgot to carry the one.
I know, right?
So I guess that's why they say sleeping in the cold room can help you lose weight.
Say it again.
I said, I guess that's why they say sleeping in a cold room can help you lose weight because your body got to warm up.
Exactly. So that's why when they talk about being in cold water helps you burn calories, it's because it's literally making your body warm up. Is making your body warm itself up, and they give you the illusion that, oh, look, you're using energy, but that has nothing to do with fucking weight. It has nothing to do with losing weight. You're just kind of burning off you're boiling your water. You're heating up your body, so you can use up energy, and that's all it is you using up energy. A calorie is energy used.
But doesn't food supply you with energy?
Food does supply. So food supplies you with a number of things, not just energy. It supplies you with nutrients, right? It also supplies you with glucose, but food is mainly for nutrients. Food is mainly for nutrients, and then it'll convert the glucose into energy, right? But food supplies you with more than just kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? And so all this time they got niggas running around here thinking a calorie is a thing. They got motherfuckers thinking that a calorie is something that you can hold, that it's in the food, right? How many of y'all thought calories was something that was in the food? I did. Yeah. And because the thing is, like I said, I've seen menus and they have, yes, this meal contains 1,800 calories. So they've ascribed concreteness to a calorie. They might as well say, oh yeah, this food contains 3 inches. Like what?
Well, okay, I thought it was once you ingested that food and your body had to digest it and you got all the nutrients and all the good things out of that piece of food that it had to offer. Now you have the waste that's left over. How to get that waste is going to just sit there unless you burn it off or expel it some kind of way, either through sweat or um you know by using the restroom or whatever, getting rid of that waste. How quickly you're able to get rid of that waste.
Yeah, but you don't burn it off though. You don't burn off the food. Your body processes it. It takes what it needs from everything. It deconstructs. So your stomach acid starts to break down the food and deconstruct things. Right. Your body, it starts taking the food apart, and the parts of the body that need the things in it, your body starts sending off things to different places. It's like, oh shit, we got some protein, cool, you go here. Oh shit, we got some sugar, you go here. Oh shit, we got some fiber, you go here. It starts redirecting and redistributing the things that the food as it gets broken down to different places in the body, to the minerals where it needs to go. So when they talk about, oh yeah, your body needs to this is the energy, that's required. Okay, yes, your body, it requires energy to break down food, but you're getting more energy. You're getting more energy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and remember, they were trying to get you what they're saying is, and this is what the important part is, that they're saying, oh, you need less calories. Well, there are lots of things that my body requires that may have more calories, but they're trying to get you to eat less calories. They say, hey, you want to lose weight, less calories. But ultimately, less calories don't mean losing weight. It's not what that means.
Right, like they were talking about like trying to like on average, 2,000 calories a day is supposed to be what you're supposed to, you know,
Right.
live on. But that don't sound like a lot.
So again, it's a couple. So we actually gonna get into the numbers in a whole second, but just understanding what a calorie is just the amount of energy that it takes to break something down.
Yeah, that. So that's why you have 0 calorie foods, because the calories that that food possesses, it takes your body more. You burn more calories trying to digest that food than that food had in it to start with. Correct? It's just
Some of them, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like the cost. Like a calorie is, when you see it on the label, it's like the cost that your body's gonna have to pay to break that shit down.
Mm-hmm.
so if you're trying to
Um.
lose weight, like having a 0 calorie meal, the energy that you exhaust eating it and chewing it and digesting, is
So,
digesting
but
it is
that's
going
the
to
no.
burn
But
more
that's the thing,
calories than it
Robin. But
has. Correct?
that's the
No.
thing, right? So one of the things that I think is important to understand is that using up energy doesn't mean losing weight. And shout out to the dude that, like, the audio I got this from. It's a dude named Sean Stevenson, and he wrote a book. I forget what the name of his book was, but it was about this. So some of the stuff he said I agree with. Some of the stuff he said, I'm like, I ain't going. He's really mainstream in his approach to, like, diet and health and shit like that. And y'all know, I know none of that shit. But some of the stuff he said, it was okay. But he did this thing that I didn't like, where he ascribed concreteness to calories. Um, like, food doesn't contain calories. It doesn't, and that's why I think the way we think about it is all fucked up, right? And even the idea of, well, you have to use energy to break down food, so that means you lose weight. No, that's not what that means. It's not what that means at all. Like, the entire way that people think about health and weight are they're all turned around. Calories have nothing to do with this shit. It's got more to do with what the fuck you putting in your body, your body's ability to process what you're putting into it, because everybody's body doesn't process things the same. Like, we do a lot of work here on blood type diet, on understanding minerals, understanding the type of food that's good, the difference between herbs and vegetables and fruits. Like, we do a lot of work here around nutrition. We do way too much work here to now dumb ourselves down and think that health and weight have something to do with fucking caloric intake. Um, so, and the next clip, it gets into what I was talking about earlier, where people watching their calories, they put their food on a scale, and they're like, yeah, you can tell how many calories something has in it, but how much it weighs, that shit makes no fucking sense to me.
Uh,
None.
all right. So check it.
Go.
Rice puffs, popcorn. How many calories does popcorn, a bag of popcorn, or those rice puffs have?
I think Rice Puffs has like 0 calories.
Ah, how much do those things weigh? How much does a bag of popcorn weigh, or rice puffs?
I don't. So again, I'm just telling you what's on the packet. So I don't know.
Nah, but you
I don't
hear
know.
what I'm saying to what you just said. Where
Yeah.
people are
So
putting.
you're
There's
saying
something
that
to that.
So you're saying that weight means calories. Like,
Not
oh yeah.
necessarily. I'm saying there could be a correlation because I believe like calories. That's the price that your body has to ante up to get rid of all of whatever food that is to get rid of it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So that's the in energy coins, if you
So
will.
I think
But
it
yeah.
assumes that everything breaks down evenly, right? Where um, I think that process assumes that everything breaks down at the same temperature, and whether I got meat or I got a chocolate, right? Just because I put it at, let's say, I'm just saying some numbers. Let's say I raise my body temperature 10 degrees, then they'll both break down at that fucking temperature. I don't think it accurately um I don't think it accurately represents the energy it takes for your body to break something down.
No, I agree with that.
You know what I'm
But I
saying? So
would I
that's what I'm
would
saying.
say it's a general thing, I think, because
Yeah.
generally something light, a food in a package or a food in a bowl that is light, yeah, of course it's going to take less calories. So, but you're right though. It doesn't necessarily mean because it could be a food that's real light that requires a ton of energy to break down. So yeah,
Right,
I hear that.
exactly.
Like an ounce of watermelon and an ounce of steak
Facts.
would take
Yeah, yeah,
amount like the amount of energy to digest it would be different, correct?
Yeah,
facts. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, so it's little things like that that I don't think are accounted for in the conversation. And so he gets into the way that people count calories and how they measure them. It's called a calorimeter, calorimeter. That's what it's called, a calorimeter. All right.
One of the major issues with this method is that the bomb calorimeter measures all of the available calories in the product, in the food product. But most typical foods also contain indigestible components, like fiber, for example, that are generally not burned in the human digestive tract. This in itself can lead to inaccurate estimations of the calories in foods. And this is just a tiny factor of several more to come. Now, with the tedious nature of using a calorimeter and the growing requirements of having caloric information labeled on foods, and this is thanks to the 1990, this is very recent, by the way, this is thanks to the 1990 Nutrition Labeling and Education Act. Companies have largely switched over to a much easier method called the Atwater system to measure the calories on their products and put on the food labels. Now, Atwater might sound a little bit familiar because this goes back to the homie Wilbur Atwater. So it's named after him. And food manufacturers are now able to simply do some math and come up with the calorie amounts to place on their labels.
So he's talking about how food manufacturers don't really know. Like when they put, oh yeah, this thing contains 250 calories per serving. They don't really know. It's just, they ballparking that shit based on the shit like what they make the food with. They ballparking it. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing I want y'all to remember is most of the time when they say, oh, it's 150 calories or 300 calories, that's per serving. And I don't know what y'all know about a serving size, but that shit is
That
small as fuck.
right.
When y'all see them calorie numbers, it's not in that the total that's in that jar, it's per serving. And the American diet, we eat 4 servings at a time of everything. Do y'all know what a serving size is? Let me tell y'all. Let me
Yeah,
tell y'all what
yeah.
a serving
I
size
read
is.
somewhere, Linnell, that the serving size were
2 or
purposely
3
botched.
Pringles are like 2 or 3 chips. Like, yeah, half
Val,
like 2 or 3 spoonfuls of ice cream.
bruh, whoa, hold
2
on,
Oreos.
yo, hey Val, what were you
No, I
saying?
read somewhere that the serving sizes are purposely inaccurate. No, because like the FD, they know that you're not going to be eating that serving. They purposely reduce it, and you're going to end up eating the whole box anyways. Because like, I mean, this is just for them to sell more of what they're making.
Yeah, you got to multiply.
You gotta, yeah, they do that on purpose though. The
Yeah,
serving size is
buddy.
definitely not accurate.
So here, let me tell you what a serving size is. All right. So one serving of bread is
One
one slice
slice.
of bread, one slice of whole grain bread.
Right.
Okay. Um, a serving of rice is a third of a cup of rice.
third of a cup, not even a whole cup, a
Not
third.
1 cup, a third of a cup.
Cooked or uncooked?
What
Cooked.
is it?
Damn, good question.
A third of a cup of cooked rice. All right. A half a cup of cooked pasta. All right. A serving of fruit. One small piece of fruit. You know those apples, those big apples that we be eating? That's 2 servings.
Yeah.
A big apple is 2 servings.
They want people to starve.
And do multiplication. Yeah.
Swear to God. Let's see. 1 wedge of melon is a serving.
That makes sense.
How big is
Yeah.
a wedge?
Hey yo, not them big ones, bro. 8 fluid ounces of 100% fruit juice is a serving. 1 cup of non-fat or low-fat milk. 2 ounces of cheese. It's about the size of a domino. A serving of cheese is the size of a domino. Y'all know how small a domino is?
Wow.
Let's see. 1 serving of meat is, let's see, 2 to 3 ounces of lean meat, skinless poultry or fish. So you gotta take the skin off the poultry or fish. So 2 to 3 ounces is about the size of a deck of cards. Y'all know how small a fucking deck of cards is? Y'all know how small a deck of cards is. So yeah, that's your serving size.
1 slice of cheese is 2 servings.
1 slice of cheese is
One slice of cheese is
Two
wow.
servings. It's just 2.
mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. We got some more serving sizes. Hold on, here we go. Half a cup of cooked green or orange vegetables.
You got
Um,
chips. You got chips.
let's see. No, no, what you got on chips?
Well, not sometimes they say like 2 to 3 chips or something.
Hold on. I think so. Robin said it was like 3 chips or some shit. Um, let's see. What are y'all more likely to eat? 1 medium banana, 1 medium orange, two small apricots, 2 small kiwis, or 2 small plums. Um, let's see.
So psychologically, they want you to think that you're overeating.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else.
No, they want you to think that, oh, these Oreos or these cookies, it's 100 calories per serving. So you're going to eat like 4 or 5 of them, but 4 or 5 of them is actually 3 servings. They are wanting you to take into account that you're not what
Oh yeah.
you're considering a serving is less than what it is. What you eat in 1 serving is not the same as a serving size.
Okay. So yeah, those are your serving sizes, guys. All right.
You mean to tell me
Um.
that when I've been eating my rice, Linnell, the whole bowl of rice, the whole plate of rice that's heaping,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
not
That's
good?
what the dude. Per them, that bowl of rice is enough to
Your
feed your
whole
whole fucking
village,
village.
yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, so yeah, that's the serving size. So understand that all of you people overeat according to the serving size. Like, Y'all be doing the most. Ain't that right, Mel? And you late. Where the hell Mel go? I thought I just saw Mel. Where Mel go? Mel, get your ass up here.
My bad.
Oh, you still out in the streets.
No, I'm not.
How
I'm
many?
home. I'm home.
You lying. How many servings of liquor you done had?
Man, I don't touch the devil's nectar.
Don't do that.
Nigga. I'm hearing all kinds of niggas in the background. You out partying, and you missed us. That's fine. I get it, Mel. All right, Mel, what did you have to eat while you're out at happy hour?
Anyway, I had a little veggie stir fry and some rice.
How many servings was that?
Probably like 4 or 5.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Now, y'all ready for the curveball? I ain't even gave y'all the curveball yet. Y'all ready for the bullshit?
Come on with it. Come on, bring it.
So when y'all look at the label and they tell and they say, yo, how many calories per serving? So if you look at the label, it says, 300 calories per serving. They're wrong about that as well. They're intentionally wrong, but they're wrong in a much worse way. Anybody ever heard of a kilocalorie?
No.
All
No.
right. This is where it gets real fucked up.
And food manufacturers are now able to simply do some math and come up with the calorie amounts to place on their labels. Noting, this is some basic stuff. Again, I was taught this in my traditional education. Noting that each gram of protein contains 4 calories. Each gram of carbohydrates contains 4 calories. Each gram of fat contains 9 calories. And apparently, nothing else matters. And so the calories on your food labels go a little something like this, taking that little bit of data into consideration. Say you have a bottled smoothie and it contains 10 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbohydrates, and 7 grams of fat. So you take the protein, you got 10 grams times the 4 calories in each gram. So that's 40 calories. The carbs, you've got 25 grams times 4, the 4 calories. That's 100 calories. So you got 40 calories from protein, 100 calories from carbs. And then you got the fat. You got 7 grams of fat in this particular bottled smoothie times the 9 calories in each gram. So that's 7 times 9. You got 63 calories. And you take the 40 calories from the protein, the 100 calories from the carbs, the 63 from the fat, for a grand total of 203 calories that is going on that label on that bottled smoothie. The calorie labels on our foods are based on that and that alone. And putting our faith into these gross estimates has haunted so many dieters until now. Now, I want to give you a little heads up because there's actually a little bit of there's a nuanced thing here with the calorie counts that we use here in the US specifically. And we get into this conversation about like straight up caloric calculus and how it can kind of get out of hand. Because calories on food labels are actually stated in kilocalories or kcals. That's what we're seeing on food labels here in the United States. They're not calories. It's kilocalories. If a food label for a pint of vanilla ice cream, say, were really measured in calories, it would honestly inform you that there's about 600,000 calories contained in it. In 1 pint of ice cream. The number itself would cause someone to have a meltdown, most likely. And also, fortunately, kilocalories have been able to help simplify things a little bit. And for every 1 kilocalorie measure, you can assume you're actually counting 1,000 scientific calories. So I hope that makes sense. For every 1 kilocalorie, you've got 1,000 scientific calories. So instead of the ice cream being labeled 600,000 calories, it says 600 calories. And the kilocalorie designation has just been dropped from the food label here in the United States specifically. And without this labeling hack, a typical meal could easily be over 1 million calories.
Dang.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Every calorie you see on the label means 1,000 calories.
Oh,
Wow.
So we're at a point where it's just like, fuck it. We don't even know what the fuck a real calorie is. Just keep eating what you
Exactly.
yeah.
eat.
Exactly.
That's
Every
crazy.
Okay, so wait, calories and grams of fat and grams of protein, grams of this are not the same thing. They're not the same thing, correct?
say it again.
So let's say there's 100 calories per serving. There's 303 grams of fat per serving. There's so many grams of sugar per serving. So
Right.
many that that's those are not all calories, correct?
No, the grams would, I believe that the grams would stay the same, but the calorie count is, like the man explained, it's deceptive. I think you can't, I don't think they can lie about the amount of, the grams of sugar put into something. But of course they'll round down.
Hey, have
Right.
Or so do
So
calories?
are
you.
they saying they're breaking down the grams of fat, the grams of calories, the grams of sugar, the grams of protein? They're breaking all those down into calories as well, and that's how they're getting that million calories per serving number.
No, it's just saying that 1 calorie is actually 1,000 calories. So it's
Scientific
it's in
count.
kcal. Yeah, it's in kilocalorie. So it's basically the disclosure of it being kilocalories versus just calories. Because a
Facts.
kilocalorie is 1,000.
Facts.
Hey, have calories always been in bold, like on the
No,
nutrition facts?
no. I remember when they standardized that the
Hey,
nutrition
so
label.
what if
I'm sure
before
most of
it
us do.
was bold, it was before they had this kilocalorie shit, and it was like 1 calorie?
I think so. The things I think they used to actually just label it a kilocalorie. Like it used to say kcal or some shit like that. They just took the label off. Right? They got people think, oh, it's just a calorie. Like they don't. So I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. I don't think they ever actually put 100,000 calories on shit because it's
No,
always
because
been
the
that.
the
That's what I'm
issue
saying.
the issue
Like,
is that it's actually kcal,
Yeah.
but the labeling isn't indicating that.
Yeah. Facts. I agree.
that's what I'm saying. So I was asking, have the calories always been bold on the nutrition fact, right? So let's say back in the day, it was like in regular print, like the rest of the shit, 30. Then today it's in 30, but it's bold. So that means 300 or 3,000.
That's probably just for like like just for like visual like just for it to be more visually pleasing and more aesthetically pleasing. That's just probably like
Nah,
design
it's
evolution.
yeah, it's for
Yeah.
information. Yeah, that's information design. I've had it in my graphic
It's called
design
Mm.
career.
information design.
I've designed a
Oh, that's
few
dope.
nutritional facts. Yeah, but you don't have any creative freedom. They all look the same, right? But it's FDA standardized that, right? I think in the late '90s they made that type of label standard because everything didn't have that kind of label, but they did, and they made it like that. That's probably when they switched it up and made it all weird. Now we don't know K cows, regular
That's
cows.
crazy.
Okay,
Well now,
dumbass question. The same amount of energy is used to burn 1 kcal in 1 calorie, or no? It takes more.
It take 1,000 times the
Hey,
amount of energy to burn 1 calorie is 1 kcal. A kcal is the calorie times 1,000.
facts.
Yeah. Okay, so that applies to the K cow, not the arbitrary calories that we see now. That's
No,
what you
no.
just
When
said.
when no when you see a calorie, that's a kcal. Every time you see a calorie, they're talking about kcals. So if it says 120 calories, that's 120 kcals.
Now I'm confused
That's
now.
120,000.
Oh,
It's
okay, okay. Yeah,
120,000.
right.
Every one is 1,000.
Right, I got you.
So it's not 120. It's 120,000.
Okay, boom. So what Marty just said about the calories, say that again. The science part of It takes it's the measurement of how much energy it takes to raise
to
one
heat up,
gram of water,
to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree.
and that applies to the kcals.
Celsius.
No, that's
Oh,
1 calorie. So the kcal is what they use to hide how many calories are actually in the food. Because if you saw some shit and it had 300,000 calories, you wouldn't buy it. So they just
Hey,
say,
how
oh,
many? My
huh?
bad. My bad.
So it just says 300, and it used to say 300 kcal,
How many? How
right? So
many
that's
degrees is?
300,000 calories. But
I
now
got you.
they just they took the K part off of it, and so it just says 300 calories, but it's really 300,000 calories.
Got it.
How many degrees Fahrenheit
But isn't
is
that the
one
same thing
degree
with like European
Celsius?
sizes? Let's say, oh, your shoe size is a 7 in American shoe size, but in European it's size 14. Or your clothing, like just to make it sound better or feel better, like you want a lower number.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
yeah.
if we're timing by 1,000 though, if it's 300 calories, it's really 3,000 calories, right? Or no?
No, it's 300,000.
Yeah,
Oh,
take
okay,
all the
got you. All right.
zeros and add
Wow.
it to the 300.
Oh,
Well,
it's 300
so
Yo,
are you guys? Are you
kcals.
guys?
30.
300,000
Okay.
Oh,
kcals, not
30,000.
calories.
Wait, hold
Kcals,
on, hold on.
right?
When you multiply anything by 1,000, you're simply adding what? 3 zeros
Yeah.
to it, right? Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
300,000.
It's 300,000.
Wait, what are y'all
Right.
talking about right
Okay.
now?
Okay. Okay.
Conversions. He's converting kcals to calories,
For what?
correct?
Right. Exactly.
I got you. So, Leno, have you heard of Dr. Furman?
Dr. Who?
Furman. He's from New Jersey. He's like known for the nutritarian diet. When I went to go to him for like a body analysis and I had asked him about sodium levels, he said a rule of thumb when you're looking at the label to know whether something has too much sodium is if the sodium is more than the actual calorie listed on the label. So let's say, for example, you got a sodium level of like maybe 650, or that's really too high, but 300 milligrams of sodium. If the calorie itself says 100, then you know like that right there is way too much sodium. So you want your sodium in milligrams lower than the number of calories in the list.
True, true. And also, when you're looking at carbs, you need to subtract the grams of sugar from the total amount of carbs on that label to really see the
Yeah,
true carbs.
you gotta be doing
You know what I'm
math when
saying?
you look at these labels, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, because they group sugars,
Alan,
so you'll see like 30 grams of sugars and 45 grams of carbs.
Yeah,
You have to
so you
subtract that
subtract it. Yeah,
30 from the 45, and you get the true amount of carbs. Because sugar carbs you burn off
much
easy, and
quicker.
then you crash. So yeah, that's on the other side. Like, because I know people trying to lose weight, they stay away from carbs. But if you have a strenuous day, planned for tomorrow, then you should be packing on carbs for long-term energy. And sugar is not going to do it for you. It's going to make you take a nap.
hey Linnell, what's the
Yo, okay. Hold on though. Hold on, y'all. So, okay. So the label, so the calories, I don't know who mentioned it earlier about the capital or did someone mention the capitalization or something?
He said bold.
Oh, he said the bold. Okay. No, but okay, so what it's saying here, calories are referred to as either small lowercase c or large uppercase c, with one large calorie equaling 1,000 small calories. So scientifically, 1 kcal. So it's a capitalized C. Now I'm gonna go look at labels and test this theory.
No, they're all no. I could tell you from a graphic designer standpoint, they're all capitalized. There are no lowercase calories on those labels.
Wait, so the RDAs are in kilocalories too, then, right? Or no?
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm wondering if all American kilocalories or all American calories are
Yeah, that's
kilocalories.
what he said. He literally said, "Yo, in America, it's all kilocalories."
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, he said in America, everything we have is kilocalories. That's what he
Hey
was saying.
man,
Yo, if you really knew how many calories was in the meal, like he's like most meals are over 1,000,000 calories.
Yeah, but still in
And
like
so,
in still in aspect ratio, it still makes sense though. I mean, it actually doesn't because the nutritional bullshit is bullshit. But overall, like it's still
yeah,
technically sound, quote unquote.
yeah, I get you. But yeah,
Linnell, what's the difference in degrees or numbers between 1 degree Celsius, 1 degree Fahrenheit?
you said what's the difference in degrees?
Yeah, like how many degrees and what's the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius? Like how many degrees up would it be to raise one shit? You know what
32,
I'm saying?
32
No, there's a
32
whole
degrees.
degrees
formula for
Fahrenheit
that. It's
is
like
is
9/5 or something, something.
Yeah, Fahrenheit and
So
Celsius are separated by 32 degrees. Water freezes at 0 Celsius and 32 Fahrenheit.
But it's not like that though. You
so
it's a formula that you convert it. Like that's true. Water freezes at
I
zero
just want
degrees.
to know the thing for
Okay.
1 degree Celsius and 1 degree Fahrenheit. What's the
There's a
difference?
So
okay.
formula. Look it up.
yeah,
You
it's
I'm
subtract
asking
30.
because
Hold
I'm
on, I got you.
driving.
You subtract
Damn.
30. Hold on, you subtract 30 from the Fahrenheit, okay? Then you divide it by 2 and you'll get the Celsius.
no. I think he's saying, yo, all right. So let's say we're at 0 Celsius and 32 Fahrenheit. If you like raising the temperature 1 degree, it's still just raising the temperature 1 degree, Marty.
It can't
Raising
be because he said raising 1 degree Celsius.
right, but
So,
I put the
so in order
formula
to
in the
raise it one
chat.
degree Fahrenheit,
Thank
can
you,
you say
Robin.
it to me, please?
well,
God damn, y'all ain't like
You know
y'all don't
they're
know I'm
both
driving.
measurements, right? So like
Shit.
they're both measurements. So like it just depends on how you're measuring it. So
yeah,
regardless, it's gonna be that weather, right?
yeah,
So
it's
That was
going to be
close.
one
just
degree.
whether,
It's
yeah.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
So
it,
it's
one
whether
degree is
you
one
use
degree, Marty.
Fahrenheit or Celsius. Regardless, it'll still be the
yeah,
same
the man
Yeah,
temperature.
it'll just be 1 degree.
yeah, the man talking, he's in the metric system. So he'll say Celsius and kilos and all of that shit. But yeah, it's just 1 degree, it's the same degree
Yeah,
notch.
it's the same 1 degree, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't get that, right? So if it was 18 degrees Celsius, it'd be whatever the fuck it is Fahrenheit, right? You know what I'm saying? If I raise it 1 degree, that's gonna be more than 1 degree
Mm,
Fahrenheit that the temperature raise.
You're gonna raise it 1 degree Celsius or 1 degree Fahrenheit.
1 degree Celsius. If the temperature was
Okay,
one
then.
degree Celsius, that would be more than 1 degrees in Fahrenheit. Correct?
Nah,
So
nah, they're
Martivate,
locked
you would
in.
have to do the
That's what
conversion,
I'm
right?
saying.
Robin put the
Like Celsius is times 2 for Fahrenheit. Like 1 degree Fahrenheit is 2 degrees Celsius.
Wait, what?
That's
exactly.
It
It's a
gotta be
that's the
formula.
something like
equivalent. That's the
that.
equivalent. 1.8 degree difference
So they're not locked
per
in degree
degree.
for degree?
No, they're
It
not.
can't
No,
be.
it's
What?
not.
How
That's
That's
can
all
it
when
crazy.
be?
you're running a
If
marathon. They say,
32
"Oh, you're
degrees is
running."
freezing and
Y'all,
zero
listen,
Celsius
I'm a
is freezing, how
proud
could it be locked
chemistry
in?
dropout. I'm a proud chem dropout, okay? Very proud. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all gonna be racking y'all brains talking about this, right? So just pull it up and look at it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, Marty, I got you, bro.
I
So
put it
check
in
it
the
out.
chat
As
already.
Robin, how
no, no,
many
no, no, no.
times
Hold
do
on,
I
hold
gotta
no, hold.
tell
Wait,
you
no, no,
on
Robin. Wait, wait,
driving?
wait. Everybody, chill. Everybody, chill. So, Marty, 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Now, 1 degree Celsius is 33.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So,
What the fuck?
So that
so
means two would be like 66, right?
no. So 2 degrees is 35.6. So it's just like 1 point. Hold on. It was
8? 1.8?
no, well, yeah, 1.8. It was like 1.8
1.8.
degrees. Yeah, 1.8 degrees, bro.
Thank you.
But it's not like uniform like that. Like, you know.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. So,
1.8
yeah.
with numbers past the 8. This shit is
Huh?
crazy. I never knew this shit. That's crazy. I was in the Matrix. I said so it's 1.8 with numbers past the 8.
What you mean with numbers past 8?
because who was that? Mel just said it's not exactly
She said it's not uniform.
180
So she's saying,
more.
let me see. Right. So she said it's not uniform. All right. Actually, Mel, it
I
is.
didn't know
I
none of
think it
that.
is, Mel. So every time I look, it goes up 1.8. 1.8. It's 1.8 degrees increase.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you go to True Religion or whatever, and you usually with Levi's you wear a size 7, and you go to True Religion, your size is no longer a 7; it's going to be like a 14, something like that. And like we don't, as Americans, we don't like that shit. We're like, ooh, I'm a 14 because 14 on our scale means that you're plus size or overweight or obese. So the measurements don't. A 7 in a US and a 14 in European is the same size as far as like the amount of fabric used in certain areas, but the size equivalent is or I'm not explaining it right, but I'm trying to explain it the right way. Just like with shoes, men's shoes 7 and a women's shoe 7 is still a 7, but they're different sizes. Just like the red bottoms and European sizes and shoes are different, but it's still the same. 14 and a 7 are still the same size, but they're not the same size. I'm not explaining it the right way. My bad.
That's all right. So when y'all look at y'all goddamn labels, just know it's not 100 calories. And remember, it's not 100 calories per serving. It's 100,000 calories per serving.
It's 100,000 kilocalories.
No, 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 no. If it was kilocalories, then it would just be 100. It's 100 kilocalories or 100,000 regular calories.
Oh, that's why I was
I'm
confused.
still
All right, so
confused.
the kilocalories, that's what's on our labels. The
Right,
smaller number, the smaller number.
right, exactly.
Right. Okay. So it used to say 200 calories with a K indicating comma 000. Instead of putting the comma 000, they would put a K.
Right, exactly. Right. So whenever you see an American label, it's kilocalories. So it's times 1,000. That's what he was saying. All right.
Wait, no. So the Celsius difference is always one. At
1.8.
1.8. I mean
1.8. Yeah.
1.8.
Hmm.
Right.
But that's the difference. That's the difference between like the degrees on the Fahrenheit scale. But like, it's kind of hard to explain. But like, you can't just say, oh, 20 degrees and then 1.8. You know what I mean? Like, you have to actually do the conversion to the Fahrenheit. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. No, I get exactly what you. I mean, it's hard. Like, okay, so it's
Initially, I just
accessible. It's
wanted to
there.
know
There's
the
a
difference
pattern.
between the 1 Celsius and the 1 Fahrenheit. I get what y'all saying, like it's more once you go up, but all that don't matter for what we talking about. I just want to know the difference between the calorie, like the 1 degree Celsius for the calorie. What is that, and 1 degree Fahrenheit?
wait, but what does the temperature have to do with the calorie?
Because calorie is a measure of temperature. Oh yeah, that's right, Mel. You just got here. So a calorie is the amount of energy that it takes to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree
Celsius.
It's the amount
One
of heat
Celsius.
degree
required.
Celsius?
The
Right,
amount of heat required to burn it.
right. And so that's what a calorie is. A calorie is not a physical thing. It's a measure of energy. You know what I'm saying? So when people be like, "Oh, yes, this thing has 30 calories," it doesn't contain anything. It just means that
It costs you 30 calories to consume
right,
this.
right, it costs
Exactly.
you.
Oh,
To
my
get rid of it.
That's how much energy it costs you to metabolize it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That's a game changer. Listen, yo, you just convinced me to eat better. best actually. Yo, that's
Best.
crazy. That's good.
But why I
Go
think they
change
tell
the
you to
game,
weigh
Taz.
yourself first thing in
Damn,
the
that's
morning because
good.
you still burn calories while you're sleeping because you're expending energy while you are sleeping. That's why they tell you to weigh yourself first thing in the morning because you're going to be lighter than when you went to sleep because while you were sleeping, even though you weren't moving, your heart was still beating, your blood was still pumping, your stomach was still digesting food, so you're
Your
still
body's still
burning.
warm.
Yeah, you're still burning energy. You're still using fuel that you got from your food,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
correct?
facts.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. You ever try to eat? You try to eat when starving? Not literally starving, but you ever try to? My bad. I'm fucked up. You ever try to go to sleep starving? Yeah, it's very hard.
It is, no man. It is hard. I got.
Yeah, a light snack, like
Mm.
X said, a light snack and some water.
But eat some red meat just before something super, super heavy just before bed, and you have nightmares and you tossing and turning and all kind of shit, like because your body is having a hard time digesting it because you're not assisting it,
I ain't
like
gonna lie, that
exercise
don't
or
happen to
moving.
me.
Right? You're not. Well, you might not have nightmares or whatever, but you're not standing up and moving. You're not upright and moving, and your body, your digestive system kind of requires that you're upright for the most part. It can do it when we're laying down, but it's not the best, right? When you're
Right.
standing up or sitting
But I
up,
think it's more
it
so like
digests
what
the
you're
best.
eating too. Cause like, okay, with the meat thing, cause I eat halal meat. I don't eat, non-halal except for, if I go out to eat
Why I
and
feel like you stunting on me?
On
high
Why I
us,
feel
tea.
like
Yo,
you?
I
Why,
didn't
why I
know
feel
it
like
was
you
such
just
a
trying to throw
flex,
that in my
y'all.
face,
Yo,
though?
I didn't know it was such a
she's
blessing
not
to
like
read my.
us.
Knowledge
She's
at
Shut
a
the
not
fuck. Let
like
me
higher
go
us.
ahead
level.
and flex it right quick. Wallahi, it's such a blessing. You don't realize how much of a blessing it is. But it's like, okay, it's something so small, right? But like my
I
family
see
will
dead
not.
people.
She's not like us.
Yo, not too much.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
flex on that. You're already doing it.
Not too much, not too much, not too much. But a blessing indeed, though. But all I'm saying is, y'all eat halal because, listen, I eat meat at any time. Like, I don't have a specific time, like, to eat something. I just eat it when I eat. But I do intermittent fasting a lot. Also, I grew, raised Muslim, so Ramadan, you feel me? So yeah, I do know what it feels like to be starving and try to go to sleep because it wasn't time to eat yet. But alhamdulillah, it wasn't because of poverty. So, amen.
Amen. I mean,
Hey yo.
Okay,
Um.
dumbass question: is halal and kosher the same? Like not the same thing,
basically.
but it's a
Yup.
preparation style,
The
correct?
same
Yeah.
yeah, same thing.
All right. Here, let me get a real quick for my man Raj over there who says, "Yo, can he get a real quick recap?" So essentially, we went over what a calorie was. Okay. So whereas most people don't understand that a calorie is not a physical thing, it's not something that's in the food. A calorie represents the amount of energy that it takes to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. And so, what they like to tell you is that this is the amount of energy that is going to take when they say, yo, this food contains 20 calories. What they're saying is that it's going to take your body that much energy to burn the food, to process this food. Okay. And so that's what a calorie is, right? And so a calorie was initially um, it came out of physics, right? Because it's about energy and heating and heating up water. So the origins of the calorie is in physics. It wasn't until the early 1900s did it make its way into the nutrition realm, where this lady wrote a book. where she tried to, in the book, she tried to disassociate food with health and only have people looking at food in terms of calories, which is fucking awful, right? Because that's not what food is for. Food is more than calories, right? The function of food in your life is more than just calories. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Just understand what a calorie is, right? And so, um, on food companies, they do estimates. So even when you see the amount of calories on the label, it's an estimate of what they have. And remember, that shit is per serving. You got to understand what per serving means, right? Servings are really small. Serving sizes are really small. So we actually went over some serving sizes. So I think was it Robin? 3 potato chips is a serving. Um,
It
of
depends on like chips and cookies, crackers, bread,
yeah,
cheese, all that stuff.
yeah. So a half a cup of cooked rice. No, I think it's a third a cup of cooked rice is a serving. One slice of bread is a serving. One big apple is 2 servings.
One slice of cheese is 2 servings.
One slice of cheese is 2 servings. 2 to 3 grams of meat is a serving, and that's about the size of a deck of cards. So those calories that you see on the labels, those are per serving. Okay, and then in America, the label you see, like the amount you see per serving, those are all kcals. That's not calories; those are kcals. So it's not 50 grams. I mean, 50 calories. It's 50,000 calories. It's not 120 calories. It's 120,000 calories. So all American labels are kcals. So for all my calorie warriors who out there weighing your food, understand those are kcals,
I know you fucking.
huh?
I know you fucking. Man. So all this time,
No,
motherfucker been eating more than what he really thinks.
yeah. So when they say yo, you should have 2,000 calories a day, that's 2 million. That's 2 million. So the 2,000 calorie a day diet is really 2 million calories a day. All right. So that's the quick recap for everybody who just got here or you missed it. Know what I mean? So my curiosity is this though. The lady that wrote the book in the early 1900s talking about yo, you should you shouldn't eat more than 1,200 calories a day. Like nigga, were those kcals or were those regular calories? That's my question. Was she trying to starve niggas out? She's trying to convince people that yo, stop eating all so much food.
They trying to starve people.
That was when was that? In the 90s or something?
No, that's the early 1900s.
Yeah. They always
The
been
early
on some
1900s.
they always been on some lose that ass type thing. Starve your ass away. Until recently. Now they all want ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
Two people eat the exact same amount of food, types of food every single day. One has a very physically intensive job. The other one does not have a physical job. They are very stagnant, sitting down. the way those that food affects their body is going to be different, correct?
So even
And
even before you even get there, Robin, understand everybody. So this is why I like my man Gary Brecker. So he talks about methylation. So everybody's and so let me methylation. Let me tell you what methylation is first for those that haven't been around very long. So your body, when you eat a sandwich, your body doesn't take the bread in as it is, right? When you eat a apple, your body doesn't take that apple in as it is. When you eat, um, when you drink coffee, your body doesn't take that shit in as it is, right? So your body has to convert everything you eat into a form that's digestible. It has to convert it into fucking minerals and amino acids and goddamn proteins like and shit like that, right? It has to break it down into usable form. The process by which your body breaks down food into a usable form, a form that your body can then digest it and extract the nutrients, is called methylation. Okay, and so everybody's methylation is different. How you methylate food is different.
is that the same thing as I have a fast metabolism and a slow metabolism?
So no, so it's not about fast or slow. It's about your ability to convert food into a usable form, right? Everybody's body, your body doesn't have the same abilities to methylate food as the next person's. Your methylation is personal, it's individual. Get me? And so that's why we talk about like blood type. So um the blood type diet is one of the is kind of along that lines, because what the blood type is telling you is that your body doesn't have the ability to process these things, and so you shouldn't be eating them because your body can't process them properly, and so you should avoid them, right? And so when it comes to like nutrition, there's a lot of shit you got to consider. So even when we're talking about calories, calories don't mean shit because they don't address the individual's ability to methylate the fucking food. So all of that weighing don't mean shit if you eating something that you can't fucking convert.
Okay,
Everybody's not
so two
the same.
people with the same blood type,
Right.
same weight, same height,
Right.
everything's the same. They eat the exact same foods. One has a very physical job, one does not have a very physical job. Is it going to
Right.
affect their body the same way?
Oh, so yeah, so the thing is, if somebody has a physical job, they're using energy more than the other person, and so they're going to have different outcomes. They're burning more energy.
But that's the thing about the that process. So like, so with with that, right? It's basically just your cell. So each cell undertakes this process, right? So the whole point of it is to, one, detoxify your cells, but also things like the creation of your DNA. Duh, is creating you're creating more cells, but also like things like just anything you can think of that your cells carry out. Like this is pretty much what that is. It's your everyday functions, right? So it's your ability to function and how your cells, right, reproduce at what rate. So I say that to say everything plays a role. So like your physical,
100%.
yeah,
No, I agree.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, Robin, your lifestyle matters. I think that's probably the best way to put it, right? Lifestyle matters. Got me? Let's see. Anybody got any other questions about this?
So
Yeah, Raj,
like
and
why do you think it's that the US does this pretentious bullshit with measurements?
Because
Like, do you think, huh?
I was gonna say,
deception.
oh, go ahead, bro.
Nah, my bad. Deception. And yo, after you're done, yeah, I was gonna say Raj has a question in the chat.
Yeah. So when it comes to, I think it's a way of making it not look so bad. Like I said, if you saw that, oh shit, we're eating 100,000 fucking calories per serving, right? It's tough to reconcile that. It's tough.
Okay, so but here's the thing though, because
Hmm?
I think because I looked at the question that Raj is asking, so I think
Let's
a
see.
good way to clarify is that no, it doesn't like so this doesn't mean that we're consuming like a craze like oh my god we're consuming 1,000 more than we're supposed to. Oh no, that's not what that means. It just means that the metric, right? The measurement, right, that the US uses is different because the United States uses pounds and like not kilograms, right? Like the rest of the world does not use pounds. They don't use that. Pounds is like money
Yeah, we
in
know.
like outside of here, right? So like they don't use pounds. So it's like it's just the conversion, right? So I just looked up a British label, right? And it says the kilocalories on it. So it does clarify kilocalorie on those. So it's the same thing. It's just written in a different way. But regardless, it's still a shit guide. Don't follow the nutritional guide.
Yeah, yo, that's yes, no, that's what I'm kind of. It's very interesting, right? But I'm kind of feeling like at this point in our lives, isn't it relative though? Whether we have to truly add a comma and three zeros after that 120 calories, like isn't it at this point? Isn't it relative? Like we already kind of know. We should know how a cupcake is going to affect us. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. No, but that's exactly it. Like when you said the deception thing, like yeah, hell yeah. Cuz it's like, hey, it's all fine here. Cuz if you think about America, I don't know about y'all, but like the rest of the world like really thinks America's fat as fuck.
No
And
America
rightfully
slander.
so.
No America slander.
No, I mean, but rightfully so though.
I'm
Rightfully
playing. Go
so.
ahead.
Cuz my thing is but here's the thing though. I love America, so don't ever get me wrong. So like the biggest thing is that stuck on hamster wheels. Unfortunately, most times these hamster wheels actually don't afford you know the mercy of getting to run on an actual hamster wheel and get our exercise. You feel me? So like your body can break down significantly than the American diet. Don't get me started on the convenience of fast food. So that's what I'm talking about in reference to specifically, but that's no fault of people, everyday people's like that's not their fault. Like it's just what's there. It's just what's there,
Yeah.
right?
So I actually tend to think it's less about working out, it's more about kind of the second thing, which is diet, right? So when you look at what's in the food, it's the chemicals, right? When you look at what type of food it is, a lot of it's unnatural, right? A lot of it can't be processed. A lot of that shit is um, is not nutrient dense. And so, if you have foods that don't have the nutrients you need, you have foods that are sprayed with all kinds of fucking chemicals. You have unnatural foods that your body can't really process. I tend to think that that has more to do with weight gain than not being able to exercise. Because, like, dude, there were people who didn't have active lifestyles, but they weren't fat, right? So when you have foods that don't have nutrients, it forces the body to go into kind of survival mode, and you start holding on. Your body starts holding on to shit, just because it's starving. You're eating food, but the food doesn't have nutrients in it, so it's fucking starving. And so it's like, well, shit, I can't let anything go, and so you just get fatter, right? I think there's a when it comes to like the fat problem, there's a um, it's a more dynamic issue than just kind of the sedentary lifestyle. I'm not so sure if that's it. All right. Oh, you said
No,
this.
definitely. It's the food, but like I mean again, it's like the mental diet, but okay. So I'm not an active person, but I'm a very active person, right? So I'm not. So I was fat coming up. Okay, I used to be big. I used to be big, right? So
PTR fat picture.
now that
Wait,
I'm
wait. PTR fat picture. Let's see what you got.
I got, man, you're gonna make me do that. Let me go find them as I
PTR
speak.
fat picture. Hold on.
I got
Let's
you. Don't you worry,
go.
boo. I've had multiple phases of fat, but now that I'm a skinny legend, you're right. It is
You
about
said now that you a skinny legend. You a skinny
Man,
legend.
she's
absolutely. I
silly,
am
yo.
a skinny legend. Okay, hello. Um, and beautifully so. So like, I realize that it's our relationship with food. Yes, but it's also like okay to not fucking eat. Like I think that's so valuable for people to understand. Like it's okay for you. Yo, a lot of people can afford to skip a few days of meals. Like you're full of shit already, so just skip a few and then like start pick back up on a healthier route.
All right, hold on. I'm waiting for this fat picture. Hold on.
Oh, I got you. I got
Let's,
you. I got a lot of
Okay, while
content.
you're
I got
waiting
a
for
lot of
that,
content. I'm scrolling. I got you.
oh wait, it's on the gram or
It's
something.
on my phone. It's on my Facebook. It's on any social media.
Oh,
You
okay.
gonna find a
Okay, I got you. Hold on. We gonna see the
promise
fat
you.
picture.
Oh, that was a
What up,
okay,
bar.
while
Mary?
while we're waiting for that, I do want to say too, this is making me think of when I started learning about nutrition and weight loss as well as not as long as well as being in the gym and exercising. I had to develop a system, and it came to a point where if I wanted to lose weight according to my BMI, I instead of eating 14 servings a day, I only ate 12 a day to lose weight. But when you make me think of the kcals, well, 12 times 1,000 came to 12,000 kcals a day. So it makes sense in that kind of way that, oh shit, okay, I was only able to eat 12 kcals a day. And I was losing the weight, but also gaining lean mass, staying fit. Um, the scale wasn't really adjusting to that well, but I knew my body was because I could see the action or the reaction of the body taking in the good calories, kcals, the good kcals, the good servings, and doing well and reacting well. So I like that you guys are talking about this because it's actually making me think, oh, so 12 servings was 12,000 kcals. That makes more sense than thinking of 12,000 calories versus whatever the kcals would be to that 120,000. I don't know. That'd be a lot, but yeah.
Hey yo, I
Oh, as
forget.
I'm scrolling looking for
Go
my
ahead.
fat pics, I realized that I perfected angles as a fat bitch, right? So
Oh
it was
god.
so hard to find like I'm still like
Stupid, yo.
Stop
Hey
playing
I
with her.
swear to
yo.
y'all, I
She's
swear. I'm gonna
being
find a full
real.
body pic. I got y'all. Hold on.
Hey, so what you saying? You got all pictures where the phone is up,
Yeah, like
you
look,
know,
like this is
to
like
prevent the double chin and shit,
yeah,
Shout
nigga.
out to the
yeah.
BB dubs,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Shout out to BB.
crazy, yo. Like,
Yo.
Got the dough
it's so
face.
crazy.
Shout out to the fat girls who know how to, you know what I'm saying, put their phone above their head so that to get the
Period.
double chin out the way. You
Allow
know what I'm
them
saying?
cheeks to prosper, honey.
Yeah. All right, here.
Wait,
While
wait,
she's
wait,
looking
wait,
for
wait,
that,
wait, 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 wait.
huh?
What? Hold on. What weight are you considered fat?
I don't know. She
It
said she
depends
was
on your
fat.
body. My body was not
Depends on your height. Depends
proportional
on your height.
at the state I was in.
How tall are you?
Uh, How tall do I sound?
You know what? You
According to your
kind
pictures, you look like you 5'8".
5'3".
5'7", 5'7",
5'2", 5'3",
5'6",
5'2",
Hmm.
Booyah.
5'3".
five
Any more
5'5"
guesses?
with brown eyes.
Okay, so I'm 5'3", but I'm vocally 6'5". Put some respect on my name.
Shit.
you average height.
Hey,
Okay, I
bro.
got you.
No, but honestly, no. You know the muffin top shit, like having a muffin top. Yeah, I went through that fucking existence of like, damn, I have a muffin top, and like, yo, I remember being fat, and the only thing I wanted to do was just wear like regular jeans with a fitted body T-shirt without it looking crazy, not looking like a busted can of biscuits. And now I could do that, and I love that for me.
Shout out to the busted cans of biscuits and the
Why?
BBWs out there.
We gotta put a
It's
stop
all
to
right.
this.
It's
We gotta
I
put a
okay.
mean,
stop
it's
to this.
okay if you like it. I personally think it's heinous. I wouldn't want it. I don't
Nah,
want to
see,
do it
I'm
like
trying
that.
to coddle
I personally
our
don't.
bigger family here and make them
No, it's
help them
okay
not
to be
feel bad.
big, but again, it's also okay to understand you could wear
Shout out
clothes
to the
that are your
muffin team,
size.
to the overspill.
The
The
over
big
We
girls
girls
stuff.
the
need
bigger
love
women
Yeah, they
too.
need
look at her
love. Yeah,
pictures and say where.
they got good hearts too, man.
Oh
No,
And
it's
they can
not
God,
cook.
even
stop.
about that. Come
They
on
should be
now.
able to cook too. That's
Linnell.
cooking is
Hey,
great.
but Linnell, you're really spot on that nutrient dense type of uh, eating. It's really important.
It is
Nutrient dense.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And the problem is in the 1930s, Congress put out some sort of resolution where it declared that all the soil in the U.S. was minerally deficient,
Yeah.
which means that
Uh,
all the food grown here is not like we don't have nutrient
nutrient.
dense food anymore.
Mm,
And so that being the case,
supplement.
we have to
Supplement. Yep.
supplement to make sure that we get the fucking nutrients, bro. So it's a whole shit show around this bitch. Speaking of which, um, so this is from the bowcancerfoundation.org. Bowcancerfoundation.org. And this is for all of the vegan homies. Contrary to popular belief, it's not actually meat that rots in the colon, but instead beans, grains, and vegetables. The function of digestion is to break food down as far as possible, which can then be absorbed through the intestinal wall and used by your bodies. On average, a meal takes 4 to 5 hours to completely leave the stomach. The surface of the small intestine absorbs anything that our enzymes have broken down into sufficiently small components. Our gut bacteria go to work and digest some of the remainder, sometimes producing waste products that we can absorb. The remaining indigestible plant matter, fiber, and other waste emerges as feces. The primary reason we need our gut bacteria is to digest sugars, starches, and fiber found in grains, beans, and vegetables that our digestive enzymes can't break down. It's easy to tell when your gut bacteria are doing their work instead of your digestive enzymes. You pass wind. That is why bean starches make you pass wind, but meat doesn't. The vegetables, beans, and grains are rotting in your colon with the decomposition material, including methane and carbon dioxide. So there you go. For all the people be talking about, oh man, I had 10 pounds of beef in my colon. No, nigga, those was vegetables and beans and starches.
Roughage. That roughage.
Bruh. Here are the 10 food items that rot in your colon and cause wind. Here, we'll start from 10 and go down. Number 10, Brussels sprouts. Number 9, cabbage. I love cabbage. Number 8, broccoli.
Yep.
Number 7, cauliflower. Number 5, oats. Number 4, potatoes. Number 3, garlic. Number 2, onions. And number 1, beans.
Hey, listen, the
I
onions
love
are gonna take
I
me out
think
I love
regardless.
garlic and
the
I'm
Brussels
onions.
chilling.
sprouts and cabbage need to be higher up on that list.
Fuck
Right.
it. If the onions rot in my colon, I guess I'm gonna have to do that. I'm not giving up onions, not
Garlic and
garlic. Like
onions are the
what?
best.
I
Literally, like
love
that's all
Yeah.
there is
garlic.
to life.
I've talked to Linnell about that before. Garlic and onions.
Like, I'm willing to
Bro, we
die.
can't.
That's okay. It's okay.
Crazy.
Uh-huh. Hey, yo. And y'all want to hear some wild shit? So this is
Hey,
funny,
it's
right?
dope that ain't no fruits on there.
Nah, it ain't. So for no fruit, get out. Fruit, get out. It's only the beans, the starches, and the goddamn vegetables and shit, bro. So check this out. Number 10 is cabbage. Number 10 is Brussels sprouts. Number 9 is cabbage. Number 8 is broccoli, and number 7 is cauliflower. What do those things have in common?
They're from the
They
same
say hybrid.
Cruciferous.
family.
Say it again. What you say?
They
They're derived from each
man-made.
other.
Say it
I
again,
think they're
Val.
from the same
Hybrid.
family. It was like there's one parent plant that was made. They're all man-made, right?
Val is he there, right? They're all
Yo,
the same
One plant.
fucking
Yeah,
plant.
there
oh
we go. Yeah,
shit.
yeah, the same.
Yeah, yo,
Okay,
Yep.
so what's the difference between cabbage and collard greens?
Hold on, watch
They
this.
bleached it.
You know humans invented broccoli, right? Like it doesn't grow in the wild. It's a cultivar. We engineered it from a different species. This is wild cabbage. It grows around the Mediterranean coast and it doesn't look like broccoli here. But ancient Etruscan and Roman farmers took that plant and they said, this is delicious, but I like the flowering part the best and I wish the flowering part was bigger. So they selectively bred the plants with the biggest flower structures and over generations they got bigger and bigger and bigger until you get broccoli. Other people took that exact same plant and said, I really like the leaves. I wish the leaves were bigger. And so they selectively bred the plants with the biggest leaves, and that's how you got kale. And then other people said, I like the big leaves, but I like it when they're all bunched together. And so people selectively bred for that trait, and that's how you got cabbage. And other people said, I like it when the leaves are bunched together, but I wish they were smaller, and that's how you got Brussels sprouts. And other people like the stems, and so they selectively bred plants with really big stems, and that's where kohlrabi comes from. Cauliflower, Romanesco, collard greens, all of them were engineered from wild cabbage. And the truth is, most of the fruits and vegetables we eat today were created in a way like this, by artificial selection. I know we'd like to think of them as like gifts of nature, but the truth is human beings have never been satisfied with nature. From the very beginning of our species, we have been tweaking it to suit our desires. And these vegetables, they're just like, they're like dogs. You know the little smash puppies? Pugs. Broccoli is pugs, but food.
They're all the same fucking plant.
So what's wild cabbage?
And so are
I
collard
guess
greens bad?
wild cabbage is the actual main parent plant that was probably the original
Right,
Right.
I'm
plant.
saying, hey, do we
I don't even know
can you
what.
still get wild
Good,
cabbage?
good question. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know. Great question. Not sure.
Hey, I was watching
Yeah,
a
it's just
guy
yeah.
talk about how the watermelons we eat today wasn't the watermelons that was originated. The original watermelon didn't have a lot of flesh in it. It was like sort of kind of like how a pomegranate is. You got like a lot of big ass openings and shit.
Hey man, sounds terrible. You know what? I think I've seen that shit before. I think I've seen a picture of it before, and I was
Yeah, it's
like, oh,
pictures of it like crazy, but it fucked me
yeah, I think
up
I've
because
seen a
I thought
picture
it
of
was
that shit
all
before.
natural.
Yeah, nah. They be crossbreeding that shit. Thank God for the crossbreeders. I'm not mad. I am
He
not
said
mad.
broccoli is pugs.
Hey yo, I'm crying.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the
You say the
crossbreeders.
same. So is this for all aspects of life or just like plants?
Just plants, my nigga. Just plants. Just fucking plants. Did you find the picture?
Oh, okay, yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, all of them are from the top. But
Yeah.
I do have one though, so I am gonna PTR it. But I
All
did
right, let's
PTR
see it.
wild cabbage for y'all.
You PTR wild cabbage. How you
Damn,
PTR wild
listen, I'm
cabbage?
so far ahead of my fat days. It's been a doozy, but I'm looking.
You know you got some fat pictures in there.
Hell yeah, yo, I
All
have a
right,
GIF that's funny as hell, but I'm looking for it. But I got
all right, cool. You know what? Since we talking about nutrition myths, let's listen to my man Jordan Peterson tell us about the fucking food pyramid.
Yeah. I've never recovered from finding out that the food pyramid was a scam. Yeah. That was just the degree to which that's a scam is, I don't know. Is there a worse medical crime in history than that? No. I mean, telling Americans to load up on 7 to 11 servings of grains every single day. Yeah. And to find out that that was a marketing ploy by the Department of Agriculture and that they went against the advice even of their own consultants who warned them that they would produce an epidemic of obesity and diabetes, and not to say nothing of depression and dementia, which is exactly what we have now.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know what you even do when you find out that that's true.
Yeah, and the unwarranted demonization of natural fat containing foods, nutrient dense foods like animal source foods, which continue to be demonized.
Even by the American Diabetic, so is it Association Society? I don't remember
the
which
ADA,
one
yes.
is still pushing the notion that, diabetics can eat carbohydrates. Like, actually, I don't think so. I don't think that's a very good idea since they're converted to sugar.
Hey man, Jordan be going crazy on the he's carnivore. And he talks about all the diseases he's cured himself of just going carnivore. So I fucks with Jordan Peterson a lot. Let's see. What's I got for you people?
Has anyone met him in real life by any
Jordan
chance?
Peterson? Nah, why
I
you
want to
ask?
know how he smells.
How he smells? Yo, if I did meet him, I don't know if I'd have occasion to sniff this dude.
No,
What the fuck is we
because
doing?
like a diet is a huge indicator of like your body odor is a huge indicator of whether your diet is good for you or not.
You know what else? Body odor is a huge indicator of.
What?
So body odor is also a huge indicator if mosquitoes will bite you. Did you know that?
Can you
My grandma used to say
paraphrase a
something
bit
about
more?
sweet blood. She got sweet blood. That's why mosquitoes would attract to her.
Yeah, that's not good.
Some people might notice mosquitoes love them, while others are like, oh, they just avoid me all the time. And that's because body odor plays a role. So there's a substance in body odor called carboxylic acid. And when there's higher amounts of carboxylic acid, mosquitoes are more drawn to it. And so carboxylic acid, the amount varies depending on your skin microbiome. So that's the bacteria that's on our skin, and also on genetics. Another factor that plays a role is carbon dioxide. And so carbon dioxide is released when we're breathing or even through our sweat sometimes. So you might see someone that's breathing hard and very sweaty, and bugs are drawn to them.
There you go. So just know.
Wait, but that doesn't make sense though, because okay, so it's to say what is because people can be sweaty and not smell bad. So I'm
Well, no,
still
it wasn't. She didn't say anything about the bad
right,
smell.
but I'm still wondering, like, but I'm still trying to like understand like what it's saying though.
It can be
So
both.
she's saying that mosquitoes can tell, like they can sense certain things in your blood, just like they're drawn to. I think they prefer blood type A, right? So they have preferences on the type of blood that they want and
I thought it was
what's in the
O.
blood. Is it O? I thought it was A.
I thought it was O.
Do they prefer O?
Well,
Robin,
I'm an A,
I
and
think
I'm gonna
it's
tell
O.
you
I
they
think I heard O.
I'll
I'm gonna
look it
tell you
up.
they
Robin,
like
look it
me.
up.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yo, I want to know
I
how
could
they
be wrong.
conducted this experiment. Have they put people in a room full of mosquitoes yet? I
They
need to
probably
know.
put vials of blood in,
Oh well,
right?
yeah.
A
I
blood,
guess
B
that
blood.
I
You know what
guess
I'm
that
saying?
is ethical. Fuck.
Good thinking, though.
Yeah, they trying to get niggas bit the fuck
No,
up.
that's not
The
the
fuck?
same though. That's not the same though. You need a warm body. Put them in the room.
The
Okay,
fuck?
so no lie, mosquitoes used to bite me all the time. And then once I got bit over 40 times, and I haven't been bit since.
It's type O.
Got you. Well, what did you do,
See,
Rashid?
what do you think changed?
I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah, the
like, well,
blood DNA.
maybe they're like, we fucked with her enough. We gonna leave her alone.
Hey yo, they felt bad.
Dude, what they say? You a familiar now? Like the
Do not
vampires
hit
do the
list.
humans?
I'm one of them now.
Yeah,
She's
you a
just like
familiar.
us.
No,
All right.
but is it your diet? Did your diet change?
Hell no.
I mean,
Oh,
Rashmi,
that's
maybe your
But
diet
Rashmi. What up,
they
changed.
Rashmi?
stopped biting
Boy,
me
that's
years ago
true though.
before my diet changed. I don't know what happened, but it was like a 4th of July. I went to my aunt. She lives on the reservation, so it's lots of mosquitoes.
Oh snap, that's cool. Go ahead, my
And
bad.
I got bit like
look like I had the chicken pox. Like that's how much I got bit. But seriously have not been bit since.
Wait, did they
But
know it
They
ahead of
drained
time?
you.
Sit on a
They got
reservation.
everything else.
They were
it's not real
territorial.
about
That's
nothing
what it
because I
was.
used to get bit by fiddlebacks all the time.
Bruh.
They have now. Fiddlebacks that crawl over me and won't even bite me.
Hey, Margin, you gotta do something about your mic,
Yeah,
bro.
Majin, we can't
Yeah, they
hear you
biting your
though.
mic. Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
they
They
hate your
bit
mic.
your mic 40 times.
Yo.
So
40
Oh,
what I
times.
was saying was, now that when I grew up out in the country, I used to get bit by
Nah,
fiddlebacks all the time.
nah, it ain't happening,
Still
bro.
he
can't
said
hear
he
you,
It ain't
he
love.
happening.
grew up in the country and he used to get bit by something all the time. So
By fiddlebacks. Man, I'm in this fucking truck stop with all
Did
of you guys.
he
You
say,
said
hey, man, you gotta come
settlebacks?
out the goddamn toilet.
it's
Margin, you
No,
gotta
no, no.
stop
I
taking the
wasn't in the
shit.
toilet.
You can't be talking to us while you on the goddamn
Bruh,
toilet, bro.
brother, I was
not
walking
too
out the bathroom and it echoed.
yo,
Oh,
don't
so
tell
I'm at the
I didn't
truck
nah
hear you
stop.
wash your hands.
nah
Yes,
yo
I
Is your
no
did wash
hands
my
wet?
hands.
Margin as
Are
your
your hands moist, my
Margin
nigga?
as your
No.
defense lawyer, don't answer none of this shit. He's
Hey,
don't
you
answer
got
none.
some good friends
No.
behind
Crying.
you.
So what I was saying was that like the fiddlebacks and shit, like I used to get bit by them all the time when I was a kid. But now, at the age of 40 years old, man, they can crawl on me and they won't bite me.
What word
So
are
my
you
doctor
saying?
just what?
Yeah, so you got to
What's
say
the
that
bug?
word
You said
slow.
saddlebacks?
Fiddleback,
Shuttleback.
brown recruits,
Huh?
Oh, that nigga, that's all you had to
brown
say.
recruits,
Yeah.
fiddleback.
What the heck?
God,
What's the
What the
You used to
poisonous
get
fuck?
bit all
What
the
snake?
That's
the fuck
time,
is
spider.
that?
That's a
Yeah, I
spider.
used to get
nigga.
bit
You
all the
Spider
time.
Man.
I used to live
Man,
out in the country. I used to play in the woods. Them shits are all over. I used to get bit
Hell
all the
Spider Man.
fucking
no.
time.
we talking
Said
about
that nigga Spider Man.
mosquitoes though.
No,
Nah,
for
I
Got
wouldn't go
bit by
real?
that far.
brown
I wouldn't go that
recluse.
far, but I
Thought of
do
that
believe
meme of
that
the
once
two
you get bit
Spider-Mans
by
pointing at each
something,
other.
This nigga's a miracle.
no, but I do believe that I think some type of DNA transfer from bugs when they bite you. I think enough is built up in you that they're like, oh shit, he one of us. Can't even fuck
He's
with him.
just
Oh,
like
that's a
us.
fact,
So
they
yo.
got a
Oh, this is
he's
like
immune to that
twenty
shit now.
twenty
He
twenty
don't
one.
even fuck with him.
yeah, see,
Parasites.
Built
I'm
up an
immune to it.
immunity
That's what
to
my
it.
doctor said. I'm immune to it. Because if I do get bit, all it does is turn into a pimple and pop the sack out. That's it.
Hey,
Nothing
pimple
happens
Are
popper
to
they
me.
sack.
venomous?
Brown
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
recluse.
whoa.
Yes.
Are they
Hey,
wait, are they
yo.
venomous?
Yes, very
Slow
much
Yeah,
down,
brown
so.
Milton.
reclusive flesh
Oh,
eating
okay.
venom.
So that's why.
Wait, what did he say
A
bit him?
brown recluse
Brown recluses,
spider.
fiddleback.
Pimple popping
Oh,
sacks.
yeah? Is that right? So what? Every time the brown recluse spiders see Majin, they be like,
I see dead people.
They're not,
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
must have
Hey,
run a
what
deep
did you
hole deep
call him
hole
though
deep rat
before you
nigga
called
get
him
free
brown
throw
recluse?
man down call an envelope.
now,
You're not
down in
gonna
the
make
Lamp.
me
country,
like this song.
down in the country, we
No,
call
you're
them
not gonna
fiddlebacks.
make me like this more than I like
We
it.
call them
So
How
Stop.
you
brown
fiddlebacks.
say it?
recluses,
Silverback?
Fiddleback. Fiddle.
fiddle.
Fiddleback
If
is
that ain't
crazy. I
country,
love that.
boy, that's
Okay,
country.
okay. I thought he was saying
Fiddlebacks. Like
So when the
silverback.
like the
I
fiddle.
think it
I was
has
like
something
a
to do with the way that they
gorilla.
use their legs in the back to create. They do something with their back legs that mimic
Yeah, the playing of
the
a fiddle.
motion of a
Yeah.
fiddle. Yes,
oh shit. So when they see you
fiddleback.
now, they run because they're afraid that you're gonna bite them now. So you're good.
Yeah, but it's cool though. But but that's just but what the young lady Birth was saying, mean, I felt that because it's like, bro, like I know how that feels to not get fucked with after after getting bit over 100 times by the motherfuckers over the course of your life.
I
Hey,
get
I
Lanier,
mean,
you
isn't that why
cannot call me
kings used to
country
drink
no more.
poison?
You say I can't call you what?
Country no more. It's a wrap.
Why?
Cause I ain't never heard of it. What do you say? Saddleback. I
Nigga,
ain't
you can't
never
even
Fiddleback.
heard of
pronounce the
that.
word. That's how
Fiddleback.
country you are, bro.
Fiddle.
What kind of where you
You can't even
from,
pronounce the
David?
fucking
David, where you
word.
from?
He always fucks with me, and I'm from Kentucky, bro.
Oh boy, you
Oh yeah, you
country as a
country.
fuck.
You country as hell.
Bruh.
Man,
Nigga, you drink
our city
moonshine?
Nah,
look
I ain't
just
never
like
heard of no
Chicago.
fiddleback in my life. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and I done heard about a lot of shit. So respectfully, yeah, that was crazy, but it is real. So.
Tasneem, did you find that picture? I'm trying to see
Oh,
the chubby
you
Tasneem.
still
You see,
thinking about fat me? Hold on. Let me
Chubby
act
chick.
right.
bruh. Do you see y'all? they'll tell you, like, I am focused. When I get focused on something, I get focused on it. You owe me a fat pick. I'm
Period.
trying to
Say less.
see.
Say
You
less.
did a
On it. I'm
you
on it.
you did a lot of work to lose the muffin top. Let's see what you did. Let's see what it did. Know what I'm saying? Trying to see the muffin top.
Shout out to the
Right?
muffin tops. We rub them over here. We love them.
Funny. That's so true too.
Let's see. All right. While Tasneen looks for
Neen
the
is
X
crazy,
muffin top,
friend. Neen is crazy.
I know, right? As Tasneen looks for it, here, I got something for the ladies. Let me see this for y'all. Hey, this for hey, Robin. What do y'all use to shave y'all legs? Do y'all use razors? Do y'all wax? What we doing?
To our legs, we use razors. Our bikini areas and sensitive skin areas, we
I don't
use
need to know all
wax.
that. I don't want to know. So just legs. Let's stick with legs. All right. So
Legs
now,
that we use
are these
shaving cream.
razors? Are these just like the regular rough razors? Y'all use the fancy shits or what?
I mean, I use fancy 3, 4 blade razors.
Do it's got like that smoothener on it to where
I'm your
Yeah, with that
bitch.
little
I'm
buffer thing
your
on the edge. Yeah.
All right. Well, here, this is for you then.
You've ever wondered what's actually in the lubricating strip of a razor blade? A new Danish study just did the work and revealed it, and the results are shocking. They found BHT, a potent hormone-disrupting chemical, in every one of those strips, including big brands like Gillette. In fact, they also found PEG, polyethylene glycol. This is a chemical that's been linked to cancer, to genotoxicity, and even nervous system damage. And this is in a context where you have a blade cutting up your skin, putting these chemicals directly and easily into the bloodstream, leading you rapidly to these problems. So go back to basics. You do not need lubricating strips. There's straight edge razors, there's safety razors, plenty of things you can do to keep it clean. And if you found this helpful, make sure you drop a follow below, because I'm going to be sharing more health secrets every day.
There you go. So for all you people with the chemicals on the razor and all that bullshit, go back to the straight edge joint. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I
damn,
use
man.
Flamingo 5 blade
I hate
with aloe and shea
man,
butter.
I hate these
Does
companies.
it
I
have
hate these.
a strip?
You said you hate what, my
Nah, I had
Mel?
to censor myself. But yeah, these small hat
Now I gotta
ran
make my own razors
corporations,
too.
and I hate them.
Mel, you got one of them self lubricating strips on razor
Not self
joints?
lubricating. Yes.
But my strip
Yeah.
is made with
Get rid
aloe
of
and shea
it.
butter. It's
Self-lubricating is
aloe and
wild.
Y'all
shea
not about to
butter.
shame my razors.
Yeah,
Robin says
man,
she
it'd be
got the
like,
right ones.
But isn't the point of the hormone disruptor, I would assume, is okay? My thing is, okay, let's what was the point of the
fat
hormones though?
pick woman.
Yeah.
What the hell? Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, straight razors is not necessarily. I don't know for all hair types. I don't know.
It's not for all skin types either. Like the hair on your legs, the hair in your bikini area, the hair under your arms, the hair on your eyebrows, the hair on your lips. They're all different types of hair. They're not hair. Well, there is different types of hair and different skin as well. So you can't.
You ain't mentioned the hair under your chin, Robin.
I don't
What in the
have hair
bearded
underneath my
ladies going
chin.
on in here right now?
Oh, okay, I got you. Go
Those
ahead.
are lucky. Those are lucky hairs. Go play the lottery.
But I'm not gonna treat my bikini area the same way I'm gonna treat my legs. I'm not
Huh.
gonna treat my eyebrows the same as it's the skin is different and the way that the hair grows and the thickness is different. It's different.
Okay.
Your hair and your eyebrows is not the same as the hair on your eyelashes. The hair on your head is not the same as the hair on your crotch.
Ilani,
Uh,
did you just start this, bro?
I've heard.
no, man. We're talking about the razors
Oh,
that are
okay.
coated with chemicals.
No, I felt the
And
feeling
so,
starting to shift in the force.
nah. We're cool. So, legit, I was waiting on Tasneem to show me a fat pic, but she over there
Hmm?
playing. Don't worry about it,
Friend, it's
Tasneem.
Tasneem.
I
Tasneem.
said Tasneem. That's what I said,
It's just
Tasneem.
Taz.
It's
It's definitely just Taz.
Tasneem.
Negro doing the most.
Right, no, I would swear to you, I'm literally looking. I shit you not.
I believe you. No worries. So this is what I'm gonna do. You owe me
Hard
a
to
fat
find.
pic on Friday.
Be there
Owe
or
me a fat
consider
pic.
yourself defeated.
Facts. Um. So Friday, I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet. Friday, it's a lot going on. I'm sure. I'll come up with something. I got what's today? So it's Thursday morning. I got some time to think about it before I come up. Whatever it is, it's gonna be lit though.
You're not about to make a fat Friday bitch debacle out of me.
I'm trying to let you show it on
I'm gonna
fucking
reveal
on
it before
Thursday.
then. Give me a second.
Yeah,
I'm
hurry
trying to
up. Let's see this.
let you show it on Thursday. I'm in overtime.
You
Fatty
stunting.
You know what I'm
freestyle
saying?
Friday.
Trying to get me to go
Sheesh.
overtime. I'm trying to close out my show. Here, you know what? Since we got some more time, I want y'all to know these last 3 clips have been just because we waiting on a chubby pic from
Hey
Tasneem.
yo, I'm gonna send
Jesus.
it to you
Uh,
on your Insta.
no, 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 no. Hell no. It didn't get me in trouble.
Hey yo, I'm crying. How do you want me to
Yo,
send
why
it?
you sound scared straight,
Fucking get
bro?
me in
Wait, so if you're not in here, how
trouble.
do you want me to send it if I don't find it?
Yeah, I PTR it.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
saying, but
do
if
it
I don't
now.
find it,
That's
Nah.
it, dude. Again, come
Hit the
back
mute
Friday and
button,
show it to
what
me.
switch
kind of trouble
apps.
you gonna get in of a fat bitch's picture in your
Man, you're
DM?
not finna be sending me no
Yeah, hit the
dude.
mute button and
It's
switch
just
Man,
it's
apps.
me, fat, fully
man, please, you
clothed.
are not finna get me in
I'm
trouble.
fully clothed,
Mm-mm.
says the fat
You
woman.
Abort,
sound,
abort.
No,
you
do
sound,
not be sending me no pictures.
you gonna smoke your
No,
cousin right in front of you.
yo, I swear to God, no. Man, it kind of go have me up here nigga splaining, like you know what I'm saying? Man, no, it wasn't even like that, dude. It was just cause she like nigga, no,
She was just showing me she was
no,
fat.
It
nigga,
was just the yeah,
no.
right.
I'm up here nigga babbling like a
Here,
motherfucker trying to
let me say
explain
the pot.
why I got
Hey yo,
random
Lonnie,
pictures.
tell her to send it to that other email you got.
Hey
Man,
yo,
no,
With
no,
the
no,
picture?
no.
No, no, to the
You're not
burner
finna get
phone.
me
To
in
the
no
burner
kind of.
phone.
I don't want no smoke. I'm cool. All right, y'all. We're gonna see y'all on Friday. All right. Remember, if you check my PTR out, these are the new astrology shirts. So check out the Soulful Stars section on blackisuniform.com. It's the link up top. Check out your own astrology sign. Hey, Tasneem, what's your sign? You a fire sign?
oh, I get fired. I do.
Huh? What are you?
Leo.
Nah, she get on my goddamn nerves. She's something like a Virgo or something.
Nigga, man,
What are you?
I'm
She a
sending you
twin.
to the goo.
I'm not a Virgo, but okay.
What
So
are
She
this
a
you?
is the I
twin.
guess the best picture I could get of the
Oh yeah,
gift.
she a
It's a
Gemini,
gift.
that's right. Yeah, Gemini.
Oh, is she doing you a Gemini? Ah, that's all right. I like Geminis. They cool.
You like Geminis?
Yeah, Gemini's cool.
So
Um,
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, today, right
I
now,
don't
you
know.
are. Show
Did
us
you
the
say you
I
a
picture.
am.
Gemini? Somebody just said
I
you a
am
Gemini.
actually. I love being a Gemini. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini's cool. All right, y'all. Hey, yo, check out the newest teas at in the Soulful Stars at blackisuniform.com. Blackistheuniform.com. Like I said, Friday, don't know what, but I'm gonna think on it, man. It'll be a whole scene. I'm almost certain. Right. You know what? I'm thinking because because I don't do it enough, I'm thinking to do like maybe a throwback cook or to review some shit that we ain't talked about in a while. But because we got a lot of new people that come in the room, maybe I need to reheat some shit. So, hey, I'm tell y'all some funny shit. So, one of the homies over in the flat Earth room was he was fussing. He was like, dude, um, he was like, yo, I don't trust the government, and I believe in conspiracies and stuff. But when you say stuff like COVID is snake venom, it make you know what I'm saying, it be making me seem like I'm crazy because I believe in conspiracies too, and people associate me with that stuff, man. You gotta that shit sounds stupid. I'm like, bro, get that scary ass shit the fuck up out of here. So I'm thinking maybe to do a throwback cook. This is not a fat pig, Tasneem.
How you miss it? Damn, you missed the whole. Okay. Oh my, I'm gonna put it back. Don't worry, it's right here.
All right,
Don't even sweat it. Look,
all right.
hold on.
So,
Go ahead, PTR for me. Go ahead.
so then she gonna go from the fat pig to the skinny pig. Hold on. It ain't fat. You definitely a pudge monster,
I'm gonna go to
but
the
you ain't fat.
after.
Hey, okay. All right, I got
Yeah, that's
you.
her fat.
All right. So yeah, man, I'm thinking some sort of. I'm thinking a throwback cook. So I don't
Hey,
know.
bro,
What's up, bro?
your nose is growing. Go ahead.
Yo. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm going to. I'll decide when I wake up. All right, what we gonna do on Friday. Other than that, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with the fam. Hopefully y'all learned something, man. So this was a new one, right? So we had never really talked about calories before. So I hope y'all got something from it. You know what I mean? That's my goal. So now you guys are more educated than 90% of the people walking around on calories.
Calories?
Congratulations.
You talking about calories?
Yeah, bro. It was lit. All right. See y'all in a minute, man. We out.
In life in a bottle, a CBD infused salve that rids the body of pain, arthritis, carpal tunnel, and muscle aches. There's no job too great for Vigor Sport. Headaches, muscle spasms, and menstrual cramps are a thing of the past. Vigor Sport is the Swiss Army knife of your medicine cabinet. Order your jar today at vigorforpain.com.
Thanks for coming to the cookout, but you need the right gear. Blackisuniform.com, you can get it right here. We talk flat earth and mud floods. You might hear about the dome. No matter the topic, you just need something with the shield on. Blackisuniform.com, where conspiracy analysts are at home. Blackisuniform.com, where conspiracy analysts are at home.